Have you ever stood in a crowded room, noticed her smile, the way she lingered just a little too close, and thought, "Am I imagining this? Or does she actually like me?" Most men second-guess themselves into paralysis. They replay the moment later, overthinking until they kill the spark. But here's the Stoic truth. When a woman is truly drawn to you, she cannot hide it. Her body, her rhythm, her very presence betrays her emotions long before words ever do. And today, I'll show you exactly how to recognize these unspoken signals, not from cheesy pickup tricks, not from guessing games, but from psychology and timeless human behavior. Because once you can see clearly, you stop chasing shadows, you stop begging for certainty, and you begin living as a man who reads reality as it is, calm, centered, powerful. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know 3 undeniable signs that she's not just being polite, she's actually interested. And before we dive in, if you're ready to sharpen your perception, strengthen your presence, and build the kind of masculine clarity Stoicism teaches, make sure you subscribe to Stoic Advice for Men. This is where we strip away the noise and help you rise above confusion into strength. Now let's begin. When a woman likes you, she doesn't need to announce it. She doesn't need fireworks, flirtatious lines, or a dramatic confession. Instead, she does something far more subtle and far more powerful. She moves closer. This is the law of attraction written not in words but in distance. Psychologists call it approach behavior. The Stoics would simply call it alignment with desire. Think about it. Humans are wired to move toward what they value. We sit nearer to warmth in winter. We lean toward music that moves us. And yes, we close the gap with people we crave. So notice when she seems to appear where you are. She just happens to pick the seat next to you, even when others are open. She leans in when she talks, closing invisible space. She lingers after a conversation when she could have walked away. These aren't accidents. They are micro-decisions born of attraction. But proximity isn't only physical, it's also emotional. The woman who likes you will not just be around you, she will be with you. She answers your texts quickly, not as an obligation, but because your presence pulls her back. She doesn't just scroll idly while you speak, she listens. Her energy is available, attentive, almost magnetic. And here's the Stoic perspective. Don't chase this closeness. Don't try to manufacture it. Simply observe. A man anchored in his own worth doesn't demand proof. He recognizes it. If she brushes your arm when she laughs, don't overthink. If she turns her chair just a few inches toward you, don't rush to define it. Let her actions reveal what words cannot. And men, if you're tired of missing these subtle truths, if you want more insights into attraction decoded through Stoic philosophy, subscribe now to Stoic Advice for Men. Every week, we sharpen your perception so you stop stumbling in the dark. The second signal is something we've all seen but few truly recognize. It's called mirroring, and when it shows up, it's almost impossible to fake. A woman who likes you begins to reflect you, almost like water shaping itself to its container. She adopts your rhythm, your gestures, your tone, even your words. Psychologists call this the chameleon effect, but in Stoic terms, it's resonance. Her mind and body tuning themselves to your frequency. Picture this. You lean back in your chair, and moments later, she does the same. You slow your speech, and suddenly her pacing drops to match yours. You use a phrase, maybe something unusual, and she echoes it back later, weaving it into her own sentence. This isn't coincidence, it's alignment. Her subconscious is telling you, I want to connect, I want to be in sync. And it's more than posture. It's energy. If you're playful, she plays. If you turn serious, she follows. If you explore an idea deeply, she dives too. It's not about imitation. It's about harmonizing. Why does this matter? Because no woman invests energy mirroring a man she doesn't value. It's too costly. It only happens when attraction is present. Here's the danger though. Men who are blind to mirroring either miss it entirely, or they misinterpret polite social behavior as attraction. The key is consistency. If she mirrors you once, maybe it's chance. If she does it throughout the interaction, it's desire. And once again, the Stoic path is to observe without ego. Don't jump to conclusions, don't puff your chest with arrogance. Simply notice. See her sinking with you, and quietly recognize the truth. She feels the pull. Gentle reminder, if you want to master these subtle dynamics and transform confusion into calm certainty, hit that subscribe button. This community is built for men who refuse to live in doubt. Now we come to the most powerful and the rarest sign of all. A woman who truly likes you will reveal something not everyone gets to see. Not her entire life story, not dramatic trauma, but pieces of herself, carefully chosen, strategically shared. This is called selective vulnerability. In psychology, it's self-disclosure. In Stoicism, it is trust expressed through risk. Think of it like this. Every person carries a fortress around their inner world. The gates don't open for just anyone. But when attraction stirs, and when trust begins to grow, those gates creak open. A childhood memory slips out. A hidden dream. A quiet fear. She might say, I don't usually tell people this, or I don't know why I'm sharing this with you. What she's really saying is, I feel safe enough to let you see me. This matters because vulnerability is dangerous. To open up is to risk judgment, rejection, or ridicule. No woman does this with a man she doesn't value. So when she begins to reveal herself selectively, understand. You've crossed from casual interest into emotional territory. Here's where Stoic wisdom is crucial. Don't exploit her openness. Don't rush to prove yourself worthy. Instead, be steady. Be the immovable pillar she can lean against without fear of collapse. Respond with calm attention, not theatrics. Show her that her trust was not misplaced. And remember, selective vulnerability is not the same as oversharing. If she unloads chaos onto you without boundaries, that's not attraction. That's instability. But when she offers small windows into her inner life, watch carefully. That is the clearest signal of all. This is the moment where many men falter. They doubt. They wonder, is she testing me? Am I reading too much into it? No. If she's opening up, she's inviting you into her world. Don't overcomplicate what is already simple. And here's a Stoic reminder. Your job is not to grab at her vulnerability, but to hold your own dignity while receiving it. That's what separates boys chasing validation from men grounded in strength. If you resonate with this, if you see the value of becoming the man who calmly receives vulnerability without losing his balance, then make sure you subscribe to Stoic Advice for Men. Because here, we don't just decode women's psychology. We train you to become the man she respects when she reveals her soul. So let's bring it all together. When she closes the gap and seeks proximity, when she unconsciously mirrors your energy and words, when she carefully reveals pieces of her inner world, these are not coincidences. They are signals. They are evidence that she is drawn to you in ways she cannot disguise. Your task is not to force, not to demand, not to obsess. Your task is to observe with calm clarity, to let her actions speak while you remain grounded in your own worth. Because attraction is never about chasing. It is about recognizing. The Stoics remind us, perception is everything. Choose to see clearly, and you will act wisely. So the next time you find yourself wondering, does she like me? Return to these three truths: proximity, mirroring, vulnerability. If they are there, the answer is simple. And if this video opened your eyes, then take one more step. Subscribe to Stoic Advice for Men. This is where men learn to rise above doubt, to master perception, and to embody strength in silence. Remember, clarity is power, and the man who sees clearly will never be at the mercy of confusion again.